Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
I'm not making Hansbrough answer the question, but Hansbrough, please hop in the car right now and put the foot on the gas pedal. And you tell me what you saw from North Carolina last night beating Oklahoma.
Well, Fanta, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't too impressed with North Carolina last night, and the reason I say that,
Really?
uh,
Wait a minute. What?
I, well, I don't think that. I'll just be honest. I don't think Oklahoma's strength of schedule was at up there with a lot of other teams, and I think they've, even though they were 10-0 when we played them or whatever, undefeated. I don't think that was really a reflection of the team that they are. I think we'll find out once they start the Big 12 and they're really tested to see what they're really about. But I think there was a few turnovers that I saw that I kind of scratched my head a little bit, and I'm not a big fan of the careless, casual turnovers, especially. My whole thing is like I love it when Armando rim runs and it allows him to get a deep ceiling position in the post, and it also gives him a chance to go up and score without two or three defenders on him. And for him to sit there and post up a foot sometimes outside the lane allows the defense to kind of collapse on him. And I think that makes it difficult. I would like to see a little more production from the bench at times, but I I do think the thing that I take away that's a positive for this win is that we've lost a few games, and this was a must win. And I would say last year in particular, when we did take multiple L's, you could see the guys' body language just act like they were just depleted. And I didn't see that. I saw them come out and fight and get a win. So that was satisfying. But I will say that RJ Davis is hooping right now. He's been a consistent scorer. He's been explosive. He's doing a lot of different things for us. And I do like the addition of Harrison Ingram because I think he does a lot of different things and he allows us to go small with different lineups and do different things. Even though Cormac at times, can be a little sporadic, I think he does add a lot when I talk about like, the spirit of the team coming out, getting guys fired up. I like that aspect from Cormac Ryan.
Tyler, what do you think is wrong with Armando Bacot?
I don't think there's anything. Well, I think what he's doing is he's a bigger focal point of the defense, and I think the thing that I see, especially now, especially all across college basketball, this isn't just Armando. The big men in today's game, they don't understand how to get sealing. Like they don't understand how to seal their defender and get good post position. They don't. Their movement without the ball isn't great, and I think when you're a player of Armando's status that's going to demand a lot of attention and teams are going to scout you, every bucket is going to be contested. Teams are going to know what your favorite move is, what you're going to do on the majority of the time, and you've got to find ways to move without the ball to put yourself in position that doesn't allow the defense to collapse on you, where you can go right up and score. And I saw it last night. He made some incredible post moves, especially like the back down, crab dribble, do a little shimmy, then go right to that right hook. I love that move, but a majority of times he's not going to be in single coverage on that. He's going to have to go up through two. And so that's why I like him rim running. And I think that's kind of he's having to learn to move without the ball and put himself in better position to go right up, not allow the defense to collapse on him. But also I will say that RJ is taking a bigger role for this team this year, which, it's not just pass around the perimeter and just try to pound it into Armando. And I don't think that was the most effective offense for us last year, even though everyone said, we got to get the ball to Armando. We got to get the ball to Armando. We just could never figure out how to get it to him efficiently.
Mm. RC, any thoughts on Armando Bacot?
I don't think anything's wrong. I just think that the pace that they're playing, they're not playing through him. I think that's the only difference. They're playing more open. They're playing more better spaced, There are some things, like Tyler said, I think he can post up seal probably a little better to get touches. But they're giving him a look. If not, they're just playing. They're just playing at a pass, because instead of sitting there looking, trying to fake get the ball to him, they're just getting off it. And when the ball moves, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Do you
The
think,
key to them is
RC,
just
that they
going to
are?
be guard.
Say it again.
I say the key to Carolina is just guarding. If they continue to guard and defend, I think they're going to be fine.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you here. I mean, do you think that this team is poised to be sitting in Arizona at a Final Four come April? And to that end, do you think that Carolina is the front runner in the ACC to win the regular season?
I think Clemson's going to have something to say about that. I do. I think a healthy Clemson team have something to say about that. But again, Carolina, I've been impressed with the way they played. I think they'll be right there. They're getting better. The one thing that I will say I need to see out of Carolina is for them to win a game without R.J. Davis playing like a first-team All-American right now, like he's playing. Like, who else is going to help step up when he isn't playing like a first-team All-American? And right now he's been playing as good as any guard in the country. And on an off night, where are they going to get that offensive production from? Would be a concern that I have for them. That's the only thing I would say right now.
Tyler, you think it's your Tar Heels that are the clear front runner in the ACC?
I think Clemson right now is the one that presents him with the biggest challenge. But I would say, in my non-biased opinion, UNC is a front runner right now. But I will say that the key, like RC just said, are we going to show up and play defense? If we do that, we can play with anybody. But I also think there's one other key, and that's the development of Elliot Cadeau. If he really develops and comes on, and you'll see a few freshman mistakes from him, but as the season goes on, if those start to kind of fade away and he really gets his confidence up and he adds a little more scoring, because he is a guy that, last year we didn't have a guy who could really find the open, player, could really pass the ball. And to me, Elliot Cadeau could pass the ball a little bit like Kendall Marshall. He can find, the open player and really create for his teammates. So his development's going to be key for me. And I would like to see one other bench player. I know Seth Trimble's been playing well. But also, I think Jalen Washington, I think he could be somebody that could step up and, provide Armando with a little bit of breather and, contribute in a positive way. So, I would like to see a little bit production from the bench. But besides that, I like the additions and the direction that this team is heading.
And guys, let's not forget how young that Duke team is. We just talked about Kentucky and how much better they're going to be going forward. Duke is really talented, and they're young. They're really young. So we can't not acknowledge that there's a lot of upside with that group, and they got to get obviously getting Tyree Proctor back in a couple of weeks, or whenever he gets back, that'll be big.
Do you think that Duke could win the ACC, RC?
I think they could. But I think there are things they have to figure out. But I've seen those things, right? Like to me, my concern earlier in the year, all the pressure and expectations of Tyree Proctor, right? Then you look at Jared McCain struggled out of the gate. Now this injury, now he's taken off. And now can they figure out that with those guys? And then Caleb Foster, that's the key to see if they can win it. If Jared McCain cannot take a back seat and continue to be aggressive and effective even when Tyrese Proctor comes back, I like their chances, because they need Tyrese Proctor to come back and be effective, because he is their best perimeter defender and he's their best point guard.
Quickly, do either of you have a dark horse in this league, a team that we have not mentioned that you think is going to be dangerous?
My Deeks.
Virginia.
What are you talking about? My Deeks.
Your Deeks?
Oh, yeah. Like, we talking about a dark horse, I'm going to go with my Deeks. Why not?
You're gonna go with your Deeks. I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna pull my homer card out, man. I'm gonna pull my homer card.
Hey, the fifth highest team in KenPom in this league happens to be Jeff Capel and Pitt. They're 9-3.
Yeah.
Blake Hinson scoring at an incredibly high clip. Don't count out those Panthers to be competitive in that league. Hey,
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.